It always feel good, to be able to be in a position to help my team out. Like I said in the beginning of the season, no matter what I have to do, as long as we win games, that's all I really care about. But to be able to help out in the way I did last night, I mean Saturday night, is always big. That's huge for me.
What has this senior season meant to you personally? Because I know, like you said, it's not about stats, it's about winning, and y'all won more games than you've ever won before here. So, what is this for it to turn out that way after talking to you at media day when no one knew what was going to happen? What is that this season meant to you?
It's like a dream. Like this season has been a blur. It felt like yesterday we was in fall camp talking about playing Mississippi State, and from just being able to help the team out and for us to actually go on a roll like guys like me, Kevin, and all of the other seniors that's been in the locker room with me for 5 years. We always talked about we the best class to come through here, and we finally get a chance to really show that.
What did you guys learn from the last one against App State, even the two last year, that can be the biggest benefit on Saturday?
It come down to the small stuff. That's as simple as it get. It come down to the small stuff. Don't try to be a hero. Just do your 111, mow your own grass, and do your own job. Because when you get 11 people doing their own job and doing what they're supposed to do and not worry about trying to make the play will be made.
Was that tape tough to look at, knowing just how close you were to possibly beating them?
Yeah, it's always tough because when you play a team the next year that beat you twice, the last year before that, you got a chip on your shoulder. So you feel some type of way out there on the field, and you're playing with a lot of emotion, and you're really giving everything you got, and to fall short again, it hurt a little bit, but that also lets you know that you still got room for improvement. No matter how good you might have gotten from the last time you played them or just from the week before, you can always get better.
Is there comfortability within like their nervousness? I would say, being that you guys have seen them before.
Uh, yeah, you can say that because when you play against somebody a number of times, you start to get real familiar with them. With their personnel, with the scheme, how they fit things, how they match things, and the different type of things that they do as a team and as a whole entire organization. So that's something that I myself has gotten comfortable with, as well as our coaching staff, and it'll be evident.
So, what do you feel like needs to take place in order for you guys to get the win?
Like I just said, we just got to do our job. Don't worry about trying to make the big play. Just do your job. The big play gonna be made no matter what, because it's already written. If you do your job, the play gonna be made.
How does it feel to be the first game on the day on Saturday, right after college game day?
That's big. I always dreamed since I was a kid. I always dreamed about playing right after college game day. Having them pick out our helmet and all that stuff like that. That's exciting. But you can't let that take away from the importance of the game and the importance of you doing your job and accomplishing the mission and the task at hand. Because it's something that we've talked about. The pen is in our hand. We've been saying that since last year. The pen is in our hand, and it's something that we got to go and take care of.
Where do you think y'all improved since y'all played them in October here?
We more together than ever. We were always a tight knit group, but that showed us that we could get closer, and it also showed us that we're not done improving yet. So every day, we always challenge ourselves, to get better. No matter how good a play was or how bad a play was, we always be like, well, I could do that better. So the next time when I'm in that same situation, no matter what game it might be in, because we never know when it's going to happen again, we're going to be ready for it. And that's something that the whole team has taken into consideration because, we all do that. We all try to get better every day.
When you see them with the national ranking and everything, does that serve as a motivator for you guys?
I can't speak for everybody, but it do for me. And don't get me wrong, those guys, that's a great team. That's call a spade a spade. Those guys are good. So, for them to have that ranking, that's big. That's big for me because it serves as a challenge. Because why not us? Why not the Ragin' Cajuns? Because we put in the same work. We fell to them by 10, but we got some fun coming up Saturday.
I saw the reaction you had when Bell had his touchdown. Do you get similar reactions from guys when maybe you have a big block and it's not the focus of things, or is that kind of stuff, even though it's appreciated, does that go like overlooked and taken for granted?
No, because those guys that I'm in the room with and a lot of the people on the team that really know me and understand who I am and how I operate, they appreciate everything that I do, and I appreciate everything that everybody else does for me and does around me. Um, you know, what you saw with me and Jamal. That's like a little brother to me, just like every other receiver in the room. You know, I I look out for those boys, and I always tell them if you ever need a block on whatever play it is, go behind Bam. I got you. So that's that's just I don't know. I just love that little dude.
Nice to have an improvement, especially we got to see like dark and night. Like, what does this moment truly mean for you? Just approaching the Sun Belt Conference Championship again.
It's just to show that that all things are possible. All things are possible, no matter how it may be stacked up or how the schedule might look or whatever the case may be. If you believe and you put in the hard work and you do your job and you care about your teammates and you do the small things right and you go the extra mile, everything that you want, you're gonna reap it in the end.
Since the App State game, Levi Lewis has had some of his better performances with the Cajuns. Just from your side of things, from your eyes, where has he improved the most, maybe since then?
His decision making, he's been lights out. He isn't hesitant no more. He's when he sees something and he like it, he's gonna go for it. And that's something that I can appreciate. And it's something that the whole team appreciates because we all know the type of football player that Levi Lewis is. Dude's a winner. He's a baller. I've been on Levi's for a number of years now. I played against him in high school actually too, so I know he's dude legit. So when you get a chance to see him come out of his shell and be comfortable on the field and do his thing for real, that's exciting to watch. Even on the field, it's exciting to watch.
How about when you guys get up there, the familiarity of already having played there, kind of knowing the situation, know how it's going to be, and getting up there a day earlier. Just talk about kind of getting comfortable being over there and being able to play in that environment.
I think that's huge because getting there a day early, you get to feel the weather, you get to feel the cold wind on your skin if it's supposedly cold like I was supposed to be. You get to get yourself adjusted to the sleep schedule is going to change. You're going to wake up a little earlier, so that's important. So all of our guys can adjust and be ready, and not just the players, even the coaches too. So everybody can be right and be ready and get revved up for the game.
What did you learn? What have you done differently as a holder to make Stevie look so good?
Practice every day. I'm always talking to Stevie. I'm always asking him how he wanted. Always practicing with Paul and Stevie. Really, all the specialists after practice, after our field goal prep, during practice, after practice, staying 30 minutes after catching 20 snaps, 50 snaps. Just repetition from different spots and just keep on doing it and doing it. Because I told him back in the spring, I said, man, we're gonna get it. And it's going to come down to a play in one game where you're going to kick a field goal and I'm going to hold it. And it's going to be one of the best plays ever since we've been here. And that happened Saturday night with that go-ahead field goal that Stevie kicked.
That being said, where were you for that last play? 2 seconds left. What were you watching? Or were you watching?
I wasn't even watching. I was turning around. I had my head down, and I was just praying the whole time. I wasn't even watching. And then it was like a dream. Almost, it was almost like a movie, and I really mean that. You just picture being in the stadium, and it's going crazy. Everybody's screaming. As soon as the ball snap and you hear it go boom, drop silence. You don't hear nothing. And then you hear he missed it. That's like a dream. That's stuff you dream about when you're a kid in the backyard playing with your cousins and stuff like that. That's I can't even explain that.
So early on, we've heard a lot of talk that the whole operation's gotten a lot better. What wasn't happening that first month or so that y'all have improved on with the whole snapping and the hold and the kicking and everything? What has gotten so much better?
For one, to be honest, we broke the balls in. Because in the beginning of the season, when you have those new footballs, they're still kind of waxy. It's kind of hard to get a handle on those things. And I wasn't wearing gloves at the time. I wore one glove on one hand when I hold, but I was barehanded and sweaty, wet, and along with the new football not being broken, and it's kind of difficult to handle. It's difficult to handle as a quarterback, as a skill position, even with gloves on. So to do something that's so meticulous like that, with a brand new football, it's kind of difficult. But you know, just like I said, practicing, getting comfortable with it, having the operation go smooth and learning how to spin the laces. I actually looked up a YouTube video on how to do that at like 12 o'clock in the morning one night because that's just how dedicated I was to getting that right for Stevie and just for my team so we can win games.